Honestly, guys, I hate to do this to you, but I'm bringing you a hard mirror, meaning not just the race is the same, but the heroes are the same too. We got an Inquisitor mirror between Kingfisher and Funnyman today. So I'm going to upload this as a nice sloppy Saturday session, but we'll see how sloppy it actually is. Not certain of the skill level of these gentlemen. I feel like they're not totally fresh. We'll find out, I guess. But I've been obsessed with the IG mirror recently. I think I did one public cast about it, and I definitely did a deep dive on Patreon as well. So here we go again. I wanna rep it at some point myself, but man, I have a fucking weird relationship with Dawn of War 2. In one moment I want to rep it when I'm casting all these replays and I'm feeling it, and then it comes around to it and I'm like, you know what, I just want to play Victoria free. Anyhow, oh, now they've just realised that they went random and it's literally an Inquisitor mirror. Wow. Wait, what is Funnyman doing? He is playing very strange. I mean, this is ridiculous, obviously. It is pure coincidence. The Elite mod in no way changed the random. I don't even think they know how to do that, even if they wanted to. That would be quite a funny troll if you just made random always give like IG like 80% of the time. Okay, Funnyman is rushing Kadashan Devils. That's his play. And Kadashan Devils are the staple unit of this matchup, without a doubt. You have to get Kadashan Devils, or otherwise you're going to struggle to deal with IEDs. Now, I believe the Sentinels still have their soft, as it's called, detection, so very close range detection, so they will actually detect the IEDs in a way that Guardsmen can't. But still, you have to have the Sentinel in the exact spot. At least the Kadashan Devils can detect the IEDs from miles off, right? But even when we don't consider IEDs, Kadashans are still extremely useful. They can just walk up to Guardsmen and beat them. They've got more damage, and they've got more HP. And then in addition to that, they've got the Shotgun Blast and the Old Reliable as well, so... The downside of the Kadashans is they do have short range. Obviously they don't repair, so their synergy with the Sentinel is not very good, especially in a build like this that Funnyman's done. Funnyman doesn't have a Sentinel. Kingfisher does. Kingfisher really needs to be careful not to lose his Sentinel though, otherwise he's going to be in a very difficult position. He needs to utilise the combo of the Sentinel and the Guardsman to bleed the Kadashan Devils. Ooh, Flamers as well. Nice. I like Flamers in this matchup. I think the Guardsman, Sentinel, Kadashan is probably the best core, and then you give Flamers to the Guardsman. But there is also a question of whether you go for something like this and then add a heavy weapons team. That's like the alternative approach, and I think which one is the best might depend on the map. If there's a lot of line of sight blockers, then heavy weapons teams are meh. Kadashans are yay. But if it's sort of like a big open map with massive firing lines, like Caldaris Refinery, the heavy weapons team can be pretty good. Sentinel can be amazing against Kadashans in tier 2 if it gets its missile launcher, but at the same time it can also die if it's caught out very quickly when they get the melter guns. And I think that's part of what, again, makes Kadashans scale so brilliantly. They get those melter guns in tier 2, helps them do significant range damage against all targets, meaning Chimera and Ogryns. Not just Stormtroopers, Guardsmen, other Kadashans, Spotters, etc. And an interesting tech piece that I have yet to actually see in action in this mirror, that's new to the Elite mod, is the Sanctioned Psyker. I have yet to see it being used in an IG mirror, but in theory, with basic attacks that do AoE damage, you would think that they'd be very strong. And it also has buffs to weaken melee damage resistance, debuffs. In which case you could use it on enemy Kadashans to beat them up in melee with your Kadashans, or Ogryns. So definitely an interesting tech piece, that Psyker. I think it probably is quite key. I've seen Chimera play happen quite a lot in these mirrors, and it doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. But you see here, we've got the crossbow bolt pistol on the Inquisitor, basically turning into a fully fledged ranged hero, which makes sense in the matchup. The counter to Kadashan Devils, of course, is range. You do not want to melee them, you'll get wrecked. And counter to Sentinels is range. So yeah, this crossbow bolt pistol is almost a no-brainer. Do these guardsmen not have their sergeants? Okay, Kingfisher, this is awful. Why do you not have sergeants? This is a huge... Oh, wow. What is Kingfisher doing? Okay. This is sloppy Saturdays. Yeah, this is terrible. He needs to have sergeants way earlier. Like, way earlier. That's the whole point of Guardsmen, that they can cost-effectively trade with the Kadashans, because one Kadashan model is like fucking... what, 6 Guardsmen or something outrageous like that? Well, 4 Guardsmen with a sergeant, 6 with a commissar. Oh my god, look at the bleed! Kingfisher's bleeding like crazy. And he shouldn't be. The double Kadashan build should be the one that's bleeding. The wipe there on the Guardsman was just completely unnecessary. Clearly a total micro failure on the behalf of Kingfisher. And not only that, Kingfisher lost his Inquisitor as well, running it into the base. So some pretty major problems here for with Kingfisher's play. Look how Funnyman is using their Inquisitor, hiding behind this green cover in range stance with the crossbow bolt pistol, just wiping gens. Beautiful. The Sentinel can't do no damage hardly because she's behind the green cover. It's just glorious. Now Kadashans can come over. They can tie her up in melee, beat her up pretty bad, or they could just use the shotgun blast, knock her out of cover, and then she'd actually take some damage. But it's really good play from Funnyman, and I do think that the crossbow bolt pistol is kind of a no-brainer in this matchup. Certainly if your opponent goes heavy onto Kadashan Devils, because you need more ranged DPS to punish them. The Inferno pistol though in tier 2 is something that you also should consider. Sanctioned Psyker? Oh, it's not a Sanctioned Psyker, it's better than that. It's a Primaris Psyker, I forgot. Primaris Psyker is on the field. Let's see how he does. I don't know what these things do. Codices of... Wait, that's a typo. Codices of Wraith? Shouldn't it be Wrath? Or is it Wraith? What's a Codices of Wraith? I don't know, maybe Wraith is like a fucking god or something. I don't know. Anyway, he didn't even get that upgrade, but let's see how he does against Kadashans. Okay, I think he got the upgrade because he doesn't have Shockwave by default, does he anymore, the Psycho? Shockwave just did a shitload of AoE damage. That was very impressive. Yeah, the Psyker looks really good in this matchup. Wow. Yes, he does. This looks like an amazing matchup for the Psyker. Now, Funnyman2u has done something quite different. Okay, Funnyman2u is trolling Kingfisher right now. He... Fucking hell, I didn't think I was going to see this today. Yeah, LMAO. Brilliant. Banewolf summon. Unique to the Inquisitor. Chem cannon on this bitch. It's basically a flamer that does a little bit more damage to heavy infantry than normal flamers. And hey, look, it also burns down turrets very well. But this is a complete throw because the Sentinel's still alive. The Sentinel now has a missile launcher. Rear armor hits, the Banewolf is going to die. And this is exactly what Funnyman2u needed to come back into this game. He lost a base turret for it, mind you, which is quite hilarious. Kingfisher failing on his macro again. And me in a way, I suppose, because I didn't even see this. The Inquisitor goes down. Psyker forcing off the Inquisitor over here somehow. I don't know how, because the Psyker's damage is AoE. It's not really meant to be good against single target, but there you go. Sentinel's got to be careful against these Kadashans. No... Okay, the Sergeants are coming now for the Kadashans. Oh, look at that. It's got a new tooltip. I like that. New icon tooltip. The elevation here is actually screwing with the Sentinel, so it's actually overshooting. He's going to have to attack ground like here to hit the Kadashans when they're there. And here we go. Inferno pistol has arrived. An attempt at a little combo there from Funnyman. Old Reliable and a Hell Fury. Was that a direct hit from a missile launcher? Killed a Kadashan. That's a bit strange. Psyker needs to be over with the Sentinel to deal with the Kadashans. He should not be side capping. Kingfisher should send his own Cadishan Devils to sidecap. Just keep the Guardsman, Sentinel and Psyker together. That amount of AoE damage will punish the Cadishan Devils a lot. And the Psyker being on their own isolated here is so risky. It's so easy for him to die. Thank God Kingfisher's watching. With the Hammer of the Witches to do 100 damage instantly even on retreat, that would be pretty scary for the Psyker. So, I don't know what Funnyman2u is actually doing at this point. He's finally getting his Sergeant. Both of these guys delaying the Sergeants for ages, I think, is a big mistake. I understand more why Funnyman2u did that, because he wanted to get the triple gens up straight away so he could go for double Cadishans ASAP. But certainly once your Cadishans are out, you want to get your Sergeant on the Guardsman. I mean, I can't understand why anyone would think the Sergeant isn't worth it. Especially if you've only got one Guardsman, like your upkeep isn't going to be that high. It makes them so much more durable. Having the Sergeant himself with 140 HP and then the other two Guardsmen for the extra 200 HP. I mean, that's a big HP up increase for tier 1. And then reinforcing at half the... Yeah, just get the Sergeants, guys. But for Kingfisher, it's even more important because he's relying on the combo of the Sentinel and double Guardsman to deal with the Cadishans, which they might lose to double Cadishans, but they will trade effectively, because remember, with a Sergeant, every Cadishan that you kill is like 4 Guardsmen. They don't have that much more HP. They don't even have double the HP of Guardsmen, never mind fucking quadruple. They certainly don't have double the DPS either. Actually, I think they do. But they don't have quadruple. Inferno Pistol, amazing tech piece here. If you actually get the Judgment off, I mean, you're looking at taking off 80% of a squad's HP instantly. So Funnyman2u is just going to tech tier 3. Seems Funnyman2u is quite insistent on trolling Kingfisher. Kingfisher should be pressing his advantage with this. He has a superior army right now. He needs to be getting a gem bash off. Let's see again. Oh my god, that shockwave from the Psyker's brutal. Yes, Psyker! The AoE damage then on the Cadishans. He's killing freaking Cadishans on retreat. It makes you just appreciate how much damage this guy actually is doing. Look at this, another couple of Cadishans dead from the Psyker. The Psyker is the way in this mirror. That's so cool. I never even thought of that, because back when I was playing IG mirrors, there were no Psykers. The Psyker is legit. He is way better than a Chimera in this matchup. Chimera's tricky, especially if you do a build like Funnyman2u and you go double Cadishans, you definitely don't want to go Chimera them. Because you can't just stand there and trade with Cadishans like you can with Guardsmen. But even then, I think it's a trap. If the enemy goes for heavy weapons team in tier 1, they can get autocannon in tier 2, which will put huge pressure onto your Chimera. In addition to the Sentinel and the Cadishan, oh my god, what just wiped? The Guardsman wiped to a Hell Fury. In addition to the Cadishan Meltagun from the Sergeant. So this is the problem with the Chimera, right? You've got Sentinel, heavy weapons team, Cadishan Devils, all get transitional AV. In addition to that, the Inquisitor can get the Inferno Pistol, which is an amazing long-range Meltagun. The Lord General can get his Meltaguns, which aren't quite as good, but they're way cheaper. They're like dirt cheap. And they give a nice buff anyway that you kind of want for your army. So that's more transitional AV. Now the Commissar can get the Power Claw, which is heavy melee, but that's not going to be very good against a Chimera anyway. And you want to have the Power Sword to get the Battle Cry buffs for more damage. However, the Commissar can get the Bionic Eye, which if he uses on Cadishan Devils, the Cadishan Devils will just annihilate Chimeras. Because they just force melee on the Chimera under Bionic Eye. You can't suppress them. They've got insane damage, insane movement speed, so the Chimera can't even kite them because they'll be shooting at it with a Meltagun while they're kiting. So basically every single IG hero can easily deal with a Chimera. If there's Guardsmen blowing around the Chimera and you're an Inquisitor, you can Judgment them, you can drop Hell Furies on them, the Lord General can use Creeping Basilisk Barrage. It's... no, you don't, trust me. You don't want Chimera in this mirror. You don't. Assault Kit Stormtroopers aren't that great either because they actually lose to Catachans 1v1. I mean, look, if they're not, they don't lose outright to Catachans because they have longer range and they fire in bursts, and the Catachans can't actually shoot at them if they're at max range. Oh my god, this Psyker. This Psyker's amazing. The shockwave damage is huge, and the actual, like, passive attacks do so much damage to retreating units. It's really interesting. Look at the Psyker's level! He's level 2.5. I feel like he's barely even been on the field. He's so good in this matchup. Wow, this replay's taught me something. Really nice stuff. Have they... Oh, they're Catachan Devils. I thought they were Gazma for a second. So we see the Excruciators as well. I think against the Inquisitor, you would never want to go Ogryns because of these Excruciators. It would be brutal. Kingfisher needs to start attack grounding with his Sentinel. Ooh. He was trying to stay in combat there to wait for his Judgment timer. There were some nice missiles. Unfortunately, only killed one of the Catachans. Oh, once again, I'm on invisible and not on fucking offline mode. I always forget to do that. Alright, well, Funnyman2u has got Kassakin out, and they're just chilling down by the natural VP. I think it might be an idea for Funnyman2u actually to get some las turrets, believe it or not. All of his trolling is kind of actually backfiring now because he's got a real lack of VPs. That Dome ability, it protects from all damage, range damage, I don't know. That Dome might have just saved his Gazma from dying to the grenade there. Grenade Launcher Kassakin seem like a pretty good shout, so they've got guaranteed knockback when the grenades hit. Certainly very good at controlling this Psyker. But I guess just in general, grenade launchers, AoE, you'd be good against everything, all the infantry, you know, Gazman, Catachan Devils, blah blah blah. Sprint being activated here on the Kassakin, but unfortunately, because they've got the grenade launchers, I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them. Because they don't actually have a lot of hell guns. Grenade launchers aren't very good against moving targets. Damage of Excruciators there, a little bit too much, but the poor Inquisitor can never seem to find an opportunity to get Judgment off. I think Kingfisher is using her a little bit too aggressively. You really want to get the Judgments off in this matchup, especially against Catachans and Gazman with the higher models in the squad. Just cast it and then run away. Don't even fight. When you come back and you hit them with that, Judgment into a Hell Fury, you're going to wipe Catachans and Gazman very easily, trust me. Okay, we've got the Execution of Lehman Russ out now. Catachan's actually eating a lot of shots there, coming out trying to kill the Psyker, but don't quite manage it. Did get him very low. Stormtroopers were attempting to take the VP. They're trading Hell Furies now. Bit of a waste of a Hell Fury here. I guess it stops the Gazman from coming over and capping actually, so it's alright. Gazman going to go for a bit of a bash, meeting a Lehman Russ, and actually get melted outright. Yikes. I mean, I'm not sure what Funnyman2u can actually do here to kill the Lehman Russ. I mean, not a lot. Inquisitor seems to have just been side-capping a lot, which is a shame, given that he's actually spent all the money for Pegasus. Just another war gear that does a whole load of AoE damage. Easily can wipe Catachans and Gazman with Pegasus. Melter guns are coming for the Kassakin. Kassakin can just swap their weapons at a whim. I mean, it still has the timer, but it doesn't cost them any money to swap. so I might as well get a melter gun, but it's not really going to be enough against an Executioner Lehman Russ. Remember, Kasrkin are actually heavy infantry, so they're actually taking bonus damage from the Executioner cannon. It's just too tanky. Just too tanky. It's too tanky of a tank. I think Kingfisher probably is going to have this. Honestly, at this point, Kingfisher... he could get Kasrkin himself. He could get Bullgrins. Bullgrins would not be a bad shout, you know, because Bullgrins would be able to deal with a Stormlord if Funnyman2u saves up for that. I'm going to call in some Stormtroopers using his global ability, gets them cheap. I mean, that's okay, I guess. If you're going to do that, though, I'd have just waited and saved for Kasrkin, because they're just so much better than level 1 basic Stormtroopers. But I guess put the pressure on now, because there's only 52 VPs left for Funnyman. So unless he figures out something quick, he's going to be losing this game to VP problems. Psyker now level 3, halfway to level 4. Another Hell Fury goes in. We might see a big Purgatus. What's going on this side? Kadashan Wars, but the Funnyman2u Kadashans have a lot more HP. They're not attacking right now because they're trying to infiltrate but being detected. Oh no. Okay, finally he's noticed. Kingfisher has... Okay, he noticed now. Just a little shotgun blast, knock him out of the way, suppress him, and then get the heck out of there. Funnyman2u has actually got a Lehman Russ of their own on the way. But the Stormtroopers are capping the mid. Is anything going to come stop them? Oh, they need to hurry up. Funnyman2u needs to really be quick. I think he might actually get there in time. Only 350 HP on these Stormtroopers. Yep, denies them with the old reliable. Stormtroopers are going to have to stick around here. They can't go for the decap. They really need to stop Kingfisher from capping. Wow, look how fast these guys are melting. Psyker and Missile Launcher Sentinel is so strong. That is such a powerful combo in this matchup. Damn. That Shockwave does insane damage as well. Jeez. Really, really useful sub-commander here. Now I'll tell you what he isn't very good at. Killing a Lehman Russ. Is that a repair bunker? Yes it is. Is it? Oh no, maybe it's not. It is. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he's got any upgrade for it yet. So we've got so much AV though for Kingfisher. We've got the Inferno Pistol, we've got the Melter Gun, we've got the Execution Cannon, and a Missile Sentinel. So this... Yeah, this is not good. I don't know why he just ended his Purgatus there either. He should just let it continue going and stun the Kadashans and Guardsmen. Yeah, this is game. This is a wrap. Funnyman2u too busy trolling and actually gets punished for it hard here. I mean, a Vanquisher Lehman Russ will typically beat the Executioner just because it's got longer range, but when there's that much support for the Lehman Russ, it's not going to go very well. Now this is probably going to be a medical bunker, so this is a repair bunker, after all. Yeah, that's game. 7 VPs and that's it, too late. Well, it's not actually, what am I talking about? He already got the cap, so he can delay it for a second. If only one of these guys saved up, like, for a rocket run instead. Oh my god, has he gone double repair bunker? Wait, do repair bunkers stack? I don't even know. They don't, do they? No, it's a medical bunker. Oh, I'm so confused. That was such a weird play. Why put the Kadashans inside the bunker? Oh my god, the game goes on. Are you kidding me? No, Kingfisher, please tell me you don't throw this game. Please tell me you don't throw this game. So he just lost his Psyker, his Guardsman, and his Kadashans. Oh my god, he's gonna throw this, isn't he? He's gonna throw the game. Please tell me this is not happening. Oh, I want Kingfisher to win this after Funnyman clearly trolled him, the Bane Wolf. The Sentinel I don't think can cap it. No, the Melter Guns are doing too much damage. He's throwing the game. Oh no. He's got Kasrkin. Just send the Kasrkin down to the natural. They cap faster, they've got that sprint ability, and then just get your Inquisitor here. Well, I guess that wouldn't be good enough anyway, he needs to cap it. Oh my goodness. Probably going to see some Bullgrins coming out here for Funnyman2u. I mean, it makes sense at this stage of the game. You want tanky units to cap, and Kingfisher loses his Inquisitor. He is capitulating mentally, I believe. Executioner doing some amazing damage to those Stormtroopers. Ogren's just going to charge face first at the Leman Russ. I mean, they're going to take a lot of damage from an Executioner cannon. It has that bonus damage to super heavy infantry, and it's just too tanky. Ogren's are going to take forever to rip it to pieces. Stormtroopers get in there. They manage to claim the repair bunker for Funnyman instead. Ogren's got to get out of there. Kassakin are coming back out. Going to attack the natural VP of Kingfisher. Man, I think Kingfisher could do with some Ogres right now. At least they wouldn't die instantly to the Cadishans. Woof! This is rough. Slightly delayed timing from Funnyman2u on his Pegasus there. Should be using Hammer of the Witches on the Inquisitor. Oh my god, the friendly fire from the Leman Russ. Oh no! Oh fuck! He's throwing so hard! No! I can't believe this! This is so sad! The friendly fire there! Killing like 4 Kassakin models. And then Funnyman2u finishes the final model off with his crossbow bolt pistol. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. I'm surprised the Ogrins aren't upgrading to Bullgrins. Cadishan's attempting to cap. But I mean, come on, smokescreen, not gonna help you against friggin' Executioner Leman Russ. Come on, Cadishans. I mean, that's brave, but jeez. A little bit ambitious, lads. Why does he keep putting things inside the bunker? These guys have got grenades. These guys have got grenades. These guys have got grenade launchers. Going in the bunker is not going to save you. There has literally been nothing that can threaten this fucking Leman Russ. I mean, the threat is a Cadishan Devil and an Ogrin, and he just blew up his own repair bunker. This... oh my god. Oh, Kingfisher. Kingfisher, how did this happen, brother? I don't even know. I have no words. I don't know how this happened. I've got double Ogrins, double Cadishans. I don't know why we don't have any Bullgrins, but I don't know, maybe he felt like he didn't have the time for it. Kingfisher's only got 1 infantry unit, so I don't know how he's going to capture 2 VPs. This is the problem when he's fighting this many squads. Right, this is the time. Kassakin, sprint over to the VP. Leman Russ, you need to defend. Kingfisher actually has the red for a rocket run. Here it comes, rocket run, totally missed. Totally missed. He needed to wait to prevent the cap. Oh my god. Kingfisher at this point clearly panicking. All he needed to do to win this game, he's got the Inquisitor taking this VP, right? There's nothing coming over. He just waits for the decap and then he hits it with the rocket run because the Ogrins are super tanky. I don't think the Leman Russ would be able to prevent the decap. No. So you need the rocket run for that. He rocket runs right now. The Inquisitor finishes the cap. GG. Game over. He doesn't even need to wipe anything with the rocket run. Just force them away and prevent the decap. But unfortunately, he fucked up. He used the rocket run just completely out of panic. Missed fucking everything. Used it from a mile off. Super telegraphed. And now he's never going to be able to capture this VP again. Okay, Stormtroopers are being called in. They're going to go over here, but unfortunately there's Cadishan Devils defending. Stormtroopers won't be able to detect them. They're going to get wrecked. Level 4 Cadishan Devils will own these Stormtroopers. Yeah. Nah. Inferno Pistol finally out for the Inquisitor, so now there's some proper AV on the field for Funnyman. And Funnyman isn't watching. Okay, now he notices. He notices. And now the stormtroopers need to get the fuck out of there. Oh dear. Kingfisher's not even watching. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's the game. That is the game. Wow. 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 Look at the damage from Judgment on the Lehman Russ. It's actually gonna kill it. That's hilarious. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Haha! I don't think I've ever seen Judgment kill Lehman Russ. Wow. I mean, yeah. Yeah, crazy. Crazy game. How did you lose? How did you lose that? I don't even know what to say. What the fuck? This is Sloppy Saturdays. That was sloppy as fuck. Finally, Bullgrins! Not needed anymore though, guys. You can go home now. You can go home. But thanks for the effort. Cheers, lads. Oof. Oh, that nuke was just sad. That nuke was sad. But hey, at least we learned something today, guys. We learned that the primary Psyker is absolutely brilliant in the IG mirror. Man, I've really got to do the IG mirror myself sometime. Anyway, that's all for this crazy-ass game. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you did enjoy, please leave a comment and a like. Just hit the like button. It's not hard. Make sure you leave a comment as well, though. It really does help. It boosts us in the algorithm, so other people will see the videos on the homepage. You know, Indrid with his like 50,000 subscribers. Well, they're not all here, so that's why we leave the comments, right? If you want more exclusive Dawn of War 2 casting content, you can find it on my Patreon. Link down below. Thank you for tuning in, folks. That is all from your boy STD, signing out.